Procrastination, they say, is the thief of time. And the only thing that can steal more time than procrastination is pretending. But most people allow procrastination to subtly steal not just their time, but their money. To show you how I overcome procrastination and how you too can learn to overcome procrastination, watch this video till the end. It's my East China. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist known as the mayor of House. The business channel where I discuss only business and you can do business directly with me, called My Ace TV, and you can check it out right here. This channel is my personal contribution channel where I'll be giving you exceptional values on business, personal finance, personal development, and life success. And I'll be doing that with a lot of fun because my one word is fun. And I always seek, teach, inspire, create, collaborate. You can just call me the contributor. Join the exceptional 5% that will watch this video to the end because you're very special people and you're rare. Welcome on board. Let's learn to grow rich together. Welcome to my daily insights into my daily quotes with my ace, where I give you a longer, deeper insight into my daily quotes for deeper secrets for your accelerated result. And today's quote says, a passive wait is procrastination. An active wait is preparation. Procrastination is when you are waiting and you are doing nothing. You are killing time. Preparation is when you are waiting and you are preparing by practicing and getting things ready. And one of the greatest teachers that put this in perspective for me is the coach John Wooden. John Wooden said, don't allow the things you cannot do interfere with the things you can do. And one of the reasons we procrastinate is that even when we cannot do so much, there's so much we can do today. And sometimes our mind goes to the most difficult things that require the most important things to do. Like you want to start a business, your mind just goes straight to, I need money. If I don't have money, I cannot start a business. There are so many things you can do without money. You can start reading up business. You can start setting up systems of business. You can start reading books on business. You can start watching videos on business. You can start writing the organigram of your business. You can start innovating the kind of product and how to make your product better. You can start researching on product. Do you know product research sometimes can take up to 5 years? There are 1,001 things you can do in business in preparation that does not require money. So don't allow the things you cannot do to lead you to procrastination, but start preparing, because the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step, and sometimes the most little steps are the most neglected ones that become the most important steps. So there are 6 things you're going to do while preparing for the 6 most important things in your life that will make you have the life of your dreams. The first thing is what you do while waiting for school. Most people, while waiting for school, are only focused on admission. But you can start teaching yourself your school lessons by going to get the curriculum of the school you want to go into and start reading up in advance. And curriculum is free because you don't need to buy the books. There are already students in that university, in that high school, in that primary school where you want to go to. Start associating with them and reading their books. When I was in school, I'm a medical lab scientist, but I had roommates that were in law. I was able to learn a lot of legal things just by associating with them and hanging in the same room with them. I know that section 24, the Nigerian Criminal Code, is the section of on intention. I know that section 17 is the division of offenses, where you have a simple offense, a misdemeanor, and a felony. And a simple offense you can punish is punishable with 6 months to less of punishment. A misdemeanor is between six months and 2 years, and a felony is from 3 years and above. So I knew all that just by associating with those people. I even know the basic theory in law, which is the theory of audi alteram parte, just by associating with law students that were my roommate and I was a medical student. So the best way to prepare for school if you are waiting for school is read the books on the school you want to go to. If you cannot, start making friends with people in that school and learning by reading their notes and preparing for the admission rather than just sitting at home scrolling social media and waiting for admission. And that way you can kill procrastination. Number 2, when waiting for work, this is the most difficult one in Nigeria and Africa, because most times when people graduate from school, they go after their service, start waiting for work. No, volunteering and apprenticeship is the best way to prepare for work. If you want to work in real estate, like yours sincerely, I failed in oil business. I used to have a filling station. I lost a lot of money in oil and gas. I didn't go sitting around until I get money to start real estate. I actually started an apprenticeship with a real estate company without pay. I only negotiated that they give me transport allowance while I work for the company for free, because my first ever mentor in the first ever book on personal development I read, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I hardly have any reference to personal development without making reference to this book. Robert Kiyosaki, the first rule here is that the rich don't work to earn, the rich work to learn. So if you are preparing and waiting for work, the best way to prepare is to go and start working for free. Just try and negotiate basic allowances for your transport. And I tell you, if you're somebody who has basic skills and you come to my company and volunteer your work for free and you are doing it well and you're asking me for only transport money, I'll be glad to take you in, and then you work to learn. And guess what? When you learn enough and you want to leave the work to another company, that company will want to retain you because they've seen your capacity. So, and one of the greatest blocker to working while preparing for work is pride. When I left secondary school, I worked in a block industry as a laborer. Nigerian and African youths, you have strength. If you finish your university and you don't get work, humble yourself to go and do the work that is below you to earn the basic things you need, and go work for free in the above company to learn. That way you can start something today. So please, while waiting for work, prepare by volunteering an apprenticeship. And if you are too hungry and you can't get anything, work in a work that is below you in labor to get something to eat today, while pursuing where to do your apprenticeship and where to do your volunteerism. That way you will learn before you start to earn. And the third place that most people procrastinate and you can turn to preparation is while waiting for the one. Most people are waiting for the right man without ever going out or meeting or socializing with other people. And when they now think they have found the right man or woman, they are heartbroken. Why? They didn't practice on time. If you want to meet the one, start preparing yourself in 2 ways. Read about the opposite sex and read what you need to become to attract the kind of man you are. Most women look for a high value man and most men look for a high value woman, but it takes a high value woman to attract a high value man. So you must, first of all, prepare yourself to become a high value woman before you can attract a high value man. But most of you think preparation is by making up, dressing and sagging that attract the other person. It's the qualities you build in yourself that will attract the one. And learn and read about the opposite sex to know when a man is cheating, lying and other things, so that you can see the red flags when they come up and you can select from the selection of people that come to you. It's like an interview. If you want to employ people, we want to know what to ask the people to know the real people that are committed before we employ them. If you're waiting for the one, you become the one, and then read up what it will take to identify the one. Then the number 4 thing, if you're waiting to blow, most people wait to blow to make it big by spending everything they get today. The worst way you will never blow is when you spend everything you get today. The best way to prepare in waiting to blow is that every little thing you get, you start building the character of saving and investing. When I started tithing and paying myself first, I started with 1,000 naira in 2017 after I failed in oil business. And it was so small that I couldn't take it to the bank. I had to get envelopes where I put my savings for investment.
And I built that character so much in the little that if you give me any money, I must separate the one for my future and the one for God. That when I started making millions, I started investing those millions. And that's why I had a rapid rise in real estate, because while waiting to blow in real estate, every money I made as an agent, 50% of it was invested in buying lands. And some of those lands appreciated so fast because I have the Midas eyes of where to buy land that now I don't blow. So while waiting to blow, make sure you invest in your future, and part of all you earn is saved for investment. The fifth thing is while waiting for kids. Most times we want to have amazing children and children that will be amazing. But guess what? It's only an amazing parent that will give birth to an amazing child. So while waiting for kids, become amazing, because children learn more from example and sight than from instruction and the cane. No matter how you instruct your children and flog them, they'll only become what you are. So to get great children, become great. To get disciplined children, become disciplined. To get clean children, become clean. They will follow your example. So while preparing for kids, become the best father any child can have. Become the best mother any child can have. And then you are preparing for kids. And finally, which is very important and most people hardly do, is preparing or waiting for death. Most of us don't prepare for death, and death comes as a surprise to us. And the best way to prepare for death and God is ask yourself, what will you tell him that you'll be proud to say? Anything you won't be proud to tell God that I did this, don't do it. If you cannot proudly tell God I stole, don't steal. If you can proudly tell God that the money you gave to me, I gave you 10%, I gave 10% to charity, and I invested and I helped people, then do it. So the best way to prepare for death and to meet God is to do the things that God will be proud of. And the only way you can know what God is proud of is not what your pastor tells you, it's not what the preachers tell you, it's what you read in the text of God. It's called the Word of God. Read it, do it, and you prepare for death. The only way to prepare for death and God is to read the Bible. These 6 preparations, if you can prepare, will give you the life of your dream. By preparing for school, by reading in advance for school rather than just waiting, and making friends with the people already in the institution you want to go to. Preparing for work by apprenticeship or volunteerism, and doing cheaper manual labor when you are so out of money than begging. Preparing for the one by becoming a better person and learning more about the opposite sex. Preparing to blow by investing the little you have today while preparing to blow. Preparing for your kids by becoming the best father and the best mother any child can dream of. Preparing for God and for death by only doing the things that God will be proud of you for. Tell me in the comments below which of these places has procrastination caught you before, that you're going to turn your procrastination to preparation by looking for something active you can do today. Now remember, our quote for the day says, a passive wait is procrastination, and active wait is preparation. Start preparing today, and don't let what you cannot do in your preparation interfere with the things you can do in your preparation. And there's always something you can do. And to see how you can turn your existence into living, and not just exist but live the life of your dreams, click on the video above and I'll see you on the other side.
It is super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional, and I deeply love and appreciate you. Don't just watch to learn, watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.